It's a great day at the Academy of Scholars. Welcome to another episode of Scholarly Speaking Live with Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson, the Director of Student Success at the Academy of Scholars. I am Benny Crane Jr., the Assistant Director of Student Success. Today's topic will discuss how to help your child set goals.
Thank you for joining us for today's live session. No matter where you're joining us from, whether you're at work or at home, we pray that you're having a great AOS day and hope that you can visit us here on campus someday soon. So last time we talked about how to identify your child's strengths. This week we're exploring how to help your scholars set goals just in time for the new year. But before we get started, Benny, where can our viewers watch today's live session once it's over?
Everything from this show ends up on our website, academyofscholars.com, including both the audio and video versions. You can also find the video version on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You'll be able to download the audio versions anywhere you download your favorite podcasts. Now, we want to take this opportunity to say hello to all the people who are joining us live today. Also, shout out to all the people who follow us on our social media platforms. We appreciate you joining us. Now, do us a favor. Tell your friends that we're on. All you have to do is hit that share button right there. Comment and tell us about your experience with your children and their goal setting. What kind of goals do they set for themselves? Are they successful at achieving those goals? Tell us. We want to know.
You know, Benny, every new year I set goals for myself. I'm kind of big on New Year's resolutions because I see them as a fresh start. Each year you get an opportunity to think about how you can better yourself as an individual. But I know that not everyone feels the same way that I do. How do you feel about New Year's resolutions?
I saw this funny meme this past weekend that said, I made my New Year's resolution, but then I decided I'd get started on Monday. Now, that's how most New Year's resolutions are for me, because resolutions are typically trying to undo bad habits, and undoing bad habits is so hard. Right. So I gave up on making New Year's resolutions years ago, but I do usually eat better and exercise more to start every year, mostly out of necessity, because I've eaten terribly from Thanksgiving all the way to the end of the year.
Right, that's everybody. Well, today we're not talking about New Year's resolutions per se, but we are talking about how to help your child set goals. As parents, it can be hard for some of us to set goals for ourselves, much less helping to set them for our children. The task can be daunting. At my church, a group of us ladies would get together and host vision board parties. We would cut out pictures of what we hoped to accomplish and discuss what we were going to do differently in order to accomplish these goals. The goals we set would be career goals to personal goals, and even hopes and wishes that we anticipate for ourselves and our families. But what does goal setting look like for children?
Vision board parties, huh?
Vision board parties. It's the thing.
Now, who are the ladies that invite you to these parties? The motherboard?
Oh, Benny.
Pass that magazine, baby. The one with the rocking chair on it.
Oh, he's not funny.
Now, this is important, though, because
yes.
Teaching children how to set effective goals and achieve them can set them up for success in life.
That's right. Now, goal setting for children is pretty similar to goal setting for adults. First, you identify the goal, identify the steps needed to reach the goal, and you monitor the progress. Seems pretty simple, right? Not really, but I'll walk you through each of these steps. You know, Benny, I read that 92% of people don't achieve their goals. But I wonder if this is the case because most people have never learned how to effectively set goals.
I imagine so, and that's a huge number. And I'm sure it doesn't mean every goal people set they fail at achieving, because we've all accomplished goals that we set.
Right.
But I do think that number resonates and speaks to how many people make goals that they'll never accomplish.
That's right. Now, helping your child learn the skill of goal setting is critical in helping them to develop grit. Grit is another word for perseverance. When children develop grit, they learn how to never give up and work hard to get something that they want. My mother used to say to me all the time, a goal without a plan is a wish.
A goal without a plan is a wish. That's really a good one. Now, we did a great Scholarly Speaking Live on episode 13 on mindset and helping children develop a growth mindset, and this is part of it.
Right.
Grit is a trait that can be found in a person with a growth mindset. A person with grit is known to be tenacious, and it really influences a person's ability to grow.
That's right. Now, the first step in helping your child set goals is identifying the goal. The goal can be immediate or short term, or one that's in the future or long term. Whether the goal is a long term or short term goal, it must be specific, have a deadline, must be sincere and attainable, and it should be written down.
And a big part of this is allowing your child to choose a goal for themselves. Instead of pushing your children to set goals you want them to reach.
That's right.
Help them discover what they truly want to accomplish.
Absolutely. Now, here's an example of a long-term goal: learning to play the saxophone or another instrument. A more specific short-term goal would be learning to play notes on a saxophone. Notice how the short-term goal is specific. If your child says that they want to be a good student, they may have difficulty achieving that goal because it's just too vague. But if they say that they want to get all A's, that makes it more specific. Adding a time frame gives it a deadline. For example, I want to make all A's next term. The deadline is next term.
And a goal like getting all A's next term is measurable. At the end of the term, you'll be able to measure or see if they made all A's or not.
Right.
Also, they can track their progress throughout the term as they get their graded work back. So goals that are specific, measurable, and trackable are all key to future success.
That's right. Now, good goals should also be sincere, like Benny said earlier. The goal your child selects should be a goal that he or she wants to achieve, not something that they think their mom or dad would like for them to achieve. The more sincere a goal is, the more motivated your child will be to reach it. In addition, make sure your child's goal is attainable, something that he or she can actually accomplish.
And think of this as the why or the purpose of their goal. Why do they want to accomplish this goal? Why does it matter? What is the purpose? Just like in school, when scholars see a purpose for what they're learning, they typically perform better. And your children will likely work harder towards their goal when they recognize the purpose of the goal. Like getting better grades in science is a great goal to have. But getting better grades in science so they can one day create the cure for cancer their aunt suffered from gives the goal a purpose.
That's right. Now, once your child has identified their goal, they should write it down and write down the steps to reach the goal. Writing down the goal and the steps to reaching the goal makes it more real and attainable. Now, for younger children, you can draw a ladder or draw a picture of what they want to accomplish at the top of the ladder. Along the rungs of the ladder, draw the steps that your child would need to take in order to reach the goal at the top of the ladder. For example, going back to our goal of making all A's next term, you can draw a report card with all A's at the top of the ladder, right? Along the rungs of the ladder, you can draw pictures of the bottom rung can be your child doing homework. Draw another picture of your child studying. Next rung can be asking the child, drawing a picture of your child asking the teacher questions, etc. Providing a visual, whether written or drawn, makes the goal real in your child's mind. According to psychology professor Dr. Gail Matthews, by writing down their goal, your child is 42% more likely to achieve it.
Wow. Now, remember, post those goals somewhere where they'll see them every day, whether it's in their room, on the door, or on the mirror in the bathroom. So it'll be easier for them to see and then celebrate their progress.
Right. Now, parents, after identifying the steps to reach the goal, discuss with your child possible obstacles that could get in the way of them reaching their goal. I would encourage them to talk about bad habits or negative thoughts that could hinder them from reaching their goal. Ask specific questions like, if you feel like giving up, what can you do instead?
Now, I've seen a suggestion that parents use the whoop method to help kids think about overcoming obstacles.
Whoop, like whoop, whoop.
Like whoop, whoop, not like whoop. We're not suggesting whoop your kids. Whoop, W-O-O-P. First, think about or write down what their wish, their W is. Then write down the outcome as they visualize what it will look like once they accomplish their goal. Now, the next two steps are big ones, that O and that P. They identify the O, the obstacle or obstacles, and then come up with the P, plan to overcome them. Now, it's kind of like if blank happens and that blank is the obstacle, then I will blank, which will be the action they can complete to overcome that obstacle.
Wow, great suggestion. Now, finally, parents, help your child monitor their progress. Get the whole family involved and make it a family night activity where everyone shares their goals and plans. Share your child's goals and plans with extended family members so that they can get encouragement from a broader range of people. The more public the goal is, the more motivated your child will be to reach it. While writing down a goal leads to your child being 42% more likely to achieve it, Telling a friend, parent, or family member increases this rate to 72%.
Wow, those great odds. And tell them about your own or other success stories to drive home the point of perseverance and its part in achieving their goals. Like the story of Thomas Edison, for example. He tried over 10,000 different materials trying to invent the light bulb. Now, ask your child, what would have happened if old Thomas had given up on the 9,999th try?
We'd be in darkness.
In darkness.
And celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate small steps, and when the goal is achieved, celebrate even more and make a big deal about it. Children, as well as adults, love to be recognized and celebrated. It makes them feel accomplished and it boosts their self-esteem.
Yes, celebrate, celebrate. I'm always down for a reason to celebrate. Now, celebrate their effort, their determination, and persistence. For example, even if they don't do well on a test as they're striving to reach their goal of making all A's next term, acknowledge the amount of time they spent studying to acknowledge their hard work.
That's right. Now, parents, teaching your child how to set and achieve goals is an essential life skill and one of a parent's most critical role. I hope that we were able to help you along your journey today. Well, what do you think? How can you help your child set goals for the new year? Have you thought about goals for yourself? Did you learn something new from today's episode? Comment and let us know your thoughts on today's topic.
And if you're looking for more information to help you help your child set and accomplish goals, go to our website at academyofscholars.com/scholarly speaking resources. In the meantime, we suggest you read the article 4 Steps for Helping Your Child Set Effective Goals, plus a bonus tip by Ashley Cullens. This brilliant article found at biglifejournal.com gives parents insight on helping your child set effective goals, as well as tips on helping them achieve those goals. And remember, no matter where you live in the world, you can give your child access to an exceptional, Christian, affordable education with the Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning. Not only does the Academy of Scholars give your child the opportunity to engage in school at their own pace, but we also provide a comprehensive curriculum, one that will have your child excited about school each day. The Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning is the online school you've been looking for.
I hope you enjoyed today's live session. To learn more about our amazing school, the Academy of Scholars, please go to our website at academyofscholars.com. Join us next time as we continue our live discussions. We'll be talking about what are great incentives to motivate your child. Until next time, I am Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson.
And I'm Benny Crane Jr.
Saying goodbye